All right, and we are live here in Port Allegany. This is Kerry Hauver. We are broadcasting tonight's junior varsity game between the Port Allegany Gators and the Coudersport Falcons. Just getting ready to tip off here. We welcome our Gator fans and the Falcon fans. Hopefully you're tuning in as well. So Derek Smith wins the tip, but he tips it to Coleman Freeman. So it looks like for Coudersport, it's number 10, Coleman Freeman, number 23, Colton Long, number 2, Caleb Wonderly, number 42, Jaden Widmeyer, and number 13, Bryce Manns. For Port Allegany, it's Julian Capel, Alex Schott, Liam Hauver, Derek Smith, and Alex Smith. This looks like Coudersport has a man-to-man defense here. Gators doing a little crisscross offense here. Shot drives the lane. Nice give and go to Derek Smith. Off the glass and good. Nice little play there by the Gators. Coudersport looks to push. Wonderly with the ball. Defended by Hauver. That goes back court. Julian Capel with a steal. Just couldn't quite get his footing right there to. And for Coudersport, Caleb Wonderly knocks it off the glass there for 2 points. So Julian Capel drives the lane and gets fouled by Coudersport. So Capel will go to the line. Looks like Bryce Manns picked up the foul on that play. Capel misses the first shot. Coleman Freeman's going to get a quick break, and number 12, Jed Horn, comes in. So Capel's second shot. Up and good. That gives the Gators a 3-2 lead. Caleb Wonderly brings the ball up, defended by Liam Hauver. Julian Capel applies his typical aggressive defense. Ball goes out of bounds. So they inbound it to Bryce Manns. Pass over to Jed Horn, drives the lane. Defended by Capel. Flips it back to Bryce Manns. Julian Capel with a nice steal here, going the other way. Off the glass and good. That makes it 5-2 Gators. Gators look like they're going to press right now. Capel with another steal, passes it to Alex Schott. That's good. So Coudersport coach Kevin Ressner looks like he's going to take a quick timeout. That was a good start for the Gators. 7-2. The Gators are able to affect the score with great defense. You know, they're really aggressive. They really, pressure the opponent. Not a lot of subs for the Gators tonight. Looks like Austin Hamilton got promoted up to varsity. Braden Babcock's out tonight. I think Brendan Feniger's missing, so it looks like just one sub. So As Luck will probably be in here in a little bit. Keep everybody fresh. 5:27 left to play here in the first quarter. Gators out to a quick start. Inbound to Jaden Widmeyer. Pass up to Colton Long. Back to Bryce Manns. Back to Widmeyer. Okay, back to Widmeyer. Looking inside. Alex Smith with the steal. Capel looks to push. Up to Derek Smith for 3. No good. Alex Smith tracks that down. Looking for some help. Gets it to Schott. Schott drives the lane. Over to Smith. Good pump fake by Smith. And he makes the layup. That makes it 9-2 Gators. Good team basketball there for the Gators. Caleb Wonderly pushes it up for Coudersport. Back to Widmeyer. And he's going to get called for the travel. It's going to be Gator ball going the other way. And just. Okay. So As Luck's going to come in, give Julian Capel a break. We suspect that Coach Garzel's going to keep everybody fresh here. Only 6 players. So Liam Hauver brings it up the floor here. Drives to the hoop. Passes it back to Alex Schott. Alex Schott looks to drive the lane. Passes it over to Derek Smith. Nice pump fake. Back to Schott. Thought about it. Passes it over to Luck. Over to Liam Hauver, who drives the lane. Off the rim. Good rebound by Derek Smith. Smith, little fadeaway. Looks like that was off Coudersport. Going to remain Gator ball. 9-2 Gators. 3:57 left to play here in the first quarter. Hauver inbounds to Smith. Back to Hauver. Thought about it. Skips over to Derek Smith, who's going to take the 3, and that's good. Nice shot by Derek Smith, makes it 12-2 Gators. Gators are going to apply some pressure here. Liam Hauver and Alex Schott up front. Derek Smith looking to trap. And they're going to say he traveled, so it's going to be Gator ball going the other way. So Liam Hauver with the ball here. Alex Smith with the screen. Hauver passes over to Derek Smith, who goes baseline. Off the glass and good. 14-2 Gators. They inbound. Alex Schott steals it. And he is blocked, but the Coudersport player got him with the body. So Alex Schott's going to go to the line for 2. That's 2 team fouls for the Falcons. Once they reach 5 1/4, that'll be an automatic 2 shots for either team. So that foul is on number 23, Colton Long. Alex Schott's first attempt. Nice rotation on that, and that one is good. So it looks like Coleman Freeman's coming in for the Falcons. Number 13, Bryce Manns gets a break. Gators bring Capel in. Alex Smith gets a break. I think we're going to see a lot of bodies in and out here for both teams. Second shot for Alex Schott. That rims around, gets a little shooter's roll there. That makes it 16-2. Liam Hauver steals the inbounds pass to Schott to Capel. Nice little jumper. Gators look like they're pressing here. They're going to apply some pressure. They just got to make sure they don't get beat over top. Widmeyer sneaks by. Nice backdoor play. Good pass by Wonderly. 18-4. So Capel will bring it up, being defended by Freeman. Alex Schott in the corner. Passes it back to Capel. Over to Asluck. Back to Capel, to Hauver. That shot attempt was no good. Rebounded by Alex Schott. Back to Capel, to Hauver. Three-pointer is good. Nice shot by Liam Hauver. Makes it 21-4. Gators still applying some pressure here. Derek Smith steals it. A lot of action here trying to keep up. His attempt was no good. Rebounded by Capel. And Capel will inbound. 21-4 for the Gators. Just the way they wanted to start. Back to Hauver for another 3, and that one's good. So 2 quick 3s by Liam Hauver. Applies a little pressure there and goes off Wonderly's foot. So that'll be Gator ball. 24-4 in the first quarter here. 1:59 left to play. Capel inbounds to Luck. Back to Capel. Over to Hauver, to Schott in the corner. Back to Hauver, to Luck. Looks like Schott's running baseline to baseline here, or corner to corner. Capel looks to drive, back to Derek Smith. Skip pass, off of Shot's hands. That's going to be Coudersport ball. 1:36 left to play here. Gators sub in Alex Smith. Alex Schott gets a break. So they're going to take a break. I want to thank Dan Funk, who our viewers are used to listening to. He stepped in as the technical director for tonight's broadcast. David Bartlett is in Otto Eldred for his son's junior high basketball game, and Jeremy Morey is running the camera at midcourt. So we'll turn it over to the cheerleaders. All right, we're back here in Port Allegany. Port Allegany boys host the Coudersport Falcons in junior varsity boys action. Port Allegany leads 24-4. The Gators got out to a quick start, applying a lot of pressure on defense, creating some turnovers. Asluck inbounds to Julian Capel, who will slowly bring it up. Over to Derek Smith. To Liam Hauver in the corner. Back to Smith. Looking inside for Alex Smith. Back to Luck. It's like Hauver's doing the running from corner to corner. Inside to Alex Smith. Back to Capel. Back to Hauver. To Capel. Good defense by the Falcons. And Capel's going to get called for a travel there. It's going to be Coudersport ball going the other way. 56 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Coleman Freeman will inbound to Caleb Wonderly, defended by Liam Hauver. Capel defending Freeman. Thought maybe we'd see a backdoor play there. Stolen by the Gators. Derek Smith's pushing it up the floor. Looks like he's going to go the whole way. Off the glass and good. Nice coast-to-coast play there by Derek Smith. So it's 26-4. Jed Horn with the ball. Looks to drive. Flips it over to Widmeyer. Back to Freeman. Back to Horn for the three-point shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Julian Capel. 12 seconds left to play here. They flip it up to Liam Hauver. Looks to drive inside to Smith. Alex Smith fights for it, but I think he's going to get called for the foul there. So 5 seconds left to play. It's going to be Coudersport ball. Looks like David Ellis, number 22, is going to come in, give Freeman a break. Inbound it to Horn. 2 seconds left here. He's going to run out of time. So the Gators take the lead 26-4 after the first quarter. We'll turn it over to the cheerleaders. All right, we are back here in Port Allegany. It's the start of the second quarter. Port Allegany leads 26-4 over the visiting Coudersport Falcons. Hot start for the Gators. Couple three-point shots by Liam Hauver. Derek Smith had a three-point shot. Had a couple layups on some fast breaks. Good team basketball, spreading the ball around. Only 6 Gators tonight for JV. So Coach Garzel's trying to sub them in and out and keep them fresh. We look forward to tonight's varsity action. The Gators won that previous matchup by 3 points. I talked to Coach Babcock before the game. He said that their top player, Strike, he didn't play in that last game, and he can score some points. So that certainly will make a difference in tonight's contest. So we look forward to seeing that action. So the Gators look like they're in a man-to-man defense. Bryce Mans looks to drive, defended by Luck. Over to Wonderly, defended by Capel. Drives the lane. Thought maybe we'd see a foul call there, but the referees are going to call a traveling violation. It's going to be Gator ball. Looks like Coudersport switching to a 2-3 zone. Gators will have to change their approach here. Liam Hover with the ball. He's going to pass it back to Az Luck. Over to Julian Capel. Hover in the corner, defended by Widmeyer. Nice defense by Widmeyer. Hover passes to Schott. Thought maybe he got it on the arm there, but Hover fights for it, flips it to Alex Smith. I think Wonderly's going to get the call there. Yep, so it's going to be a foul on Caleb Wonderly. That's the first of the quarter. So once we get to 5 fouls for either team, that will initiate 2 shots for the opposing team. Coudersport looking to sub here. Wonderly goes out. Jed Horn comes in. They're remaining the 2-3 set. Actually, Wonderly's going to come back in. And number 22, David Ellis, is going to get a break. Hover with another 3-point shot. It's off the back of the rim. Alex Schott with a nice little flip to Luck. Hover drives the lane, and that's off the rim and good. So Coach Garzel's going to call off the press. Gets set up on defense. Looks like they're still in their man-to-man defense. Pass inside by Coudersport to number 23, Colton Long, and that is good. Nice little ball movement by the Falcons. Cuts the lead to 28-6. Hover with another 3-point shot. Gators are doing a good job rebounding, getting second chance opportunities. Hover skips it over to Luck. Thought about it, and he gets called for a traveling violation. 5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Coach Garzel subs out Hover, and in comes Derek Smith. Falcons inbound to Caleb Wonderly. Not guarded. He looks to drive the lane. As Luck comes up with a rebound. Julian Capel will bring it up. Skips it over to Derek Smith, who'll shoot the 3. Rims out. Alex Smith with a rebound. Up, off the glass, no good. Gets blocked. He's fighting for it down low. And Caleb Wonderly fights for it and gets a jump ball. It's going to remain Gator ball, but good job by Caleb Wonderly to fight for that. Actually, no, it's going to be Coudersport ball, sorry. Oh, little confusion here. It's going to remain Gator ball. I was confused as well, so the Gators will inbound. Derek Smith inbound. Flips it over to Alex Schott. Off the glass and good. 30-6 Gators. Julian Capel defending Freeman. He's going to get called for a foul. That'll be the first foul of the second quarter by the Gators. So each team has 1 foul. Coudersport to inbound. Freeman into Horn. Wonderly wanted it. Horn drives the lane. Little jump shot from the foul line is no good. Rebounded by the Gators. Julian Capel brings it up for the Gators. Over to Derek Smith. Smith skip pass to Luck. 2-3 zone for the Falcons. Capel passes it over to Shot. High post to Alex Smith. Back to Shot. We might see a 3 here. That's off the mark. Derek Smith saves it, but it's Coudersport ball. Wonderly brings it up over to Freeman. His three-point shot is no good. Nice hustle by Wonderly. So Smith tries to push it up to Smith, goes off his fingers. Got to help out with junior high basketball last year, and Coleman Freeman, he just had that three-point shot for the Falcons. He's a really good player, so the Gators are going to have to account for him. Looks like the Gators bring Hauver back in. Luck gets a break. 3:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Freeman drives the lane, passes it over to Long, who shoots the 3. Goes off the Gators. It's going to remain Falcon ball. Coudersport inbounds to Jed Horn, defended by Liam Hauver. Looks to shoot. Widmeyer looks to rebound that and deflects it to the Gators. Hauver brings it up, pulls up from the foul line, but he's called for a travel. So it's going to be Coudersport ball. 3:03 left to play. See if Coudersport can get something going here. Gators remain in their standard man-to-man defense. Coudersport's looking to flash someone to the high post. Stolen by Derek Smith. He's driving the lane. And layup is no good. Alex Smith is there to put it back. That's 2 points for the Gators. Good job by Alex Smith to be in the right spot to get the rebound. Coudersport looking to go a little faster than they were able to, and that goes out of bounds. So the Gator ball, 32-6 here in the second quarter. 2:35 left to play. Looks like Caleb Wonderly's coming in for the Falcons. Bryce Manns is getting a break. Alex Schott will bring it up for the Gators. Passes it over to Liam Hauver. Hauver back to Schott, to Capel. Three-point shot. That's off the mark. Tracked down by Horn. The referee's going to say his foot touched the line, so that's going to be Gator ball. Derek Smith to inbound to Alex Schott. Just over 2 minutes left to play here. Passes it over to Capel, looking high post for Derek Smith. Back to Schott, to Hauver. Hauver skip passes it to Capel with a nice little spin move. Tracked down by Hauver to Derek Smith. Off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound. Another one, no good. And they're going to say Coudersport knocked it out of bounds, so it's going to be Gator ball. So it looks like Luck is going to come in for the Gators. Capel's going to go out. Just under 2 minutes to play here. Coach Garzel's trying to keep the team fresh. Only 6 players on the team for tonight's game, at least. Luck inbounds to Hauver. Driving the lane. Nice little floater. That's good. Nice shot. Coudersport inbounds. Freeman brings it up. Defended by Alex Schott. Freeman looking to drive the lane. Passes it back to Horn. Back to Freeman. Skips it over to Long, to Widmeyer. Widmeyer looking to drive. Back to Long, to Wonderly. Wonderly drives the lane. Nice little floater. Off the mark. Rebounded by Derek Smith, and looks like it's going to be Gator ball. 1:23 left to play here. 34-6, Port Allegany in the lead. Number 42 coming in for Coudersport, Jaden Widmeyer. Jed Horn gets a break. So we'll see if the Gators can close out this first half on a high note. Pretty good start for them. Derek Smith with the ball, skips it over to Liam Hauver, little jumper, off the mark. And the Gators are going to keep the ball. Inbounds play here by Asluck. Flips it up to Derek Smith. Off the glass and good. Derek Smith's had a big first half for the Gators. So 36-6 here, just under a minute to play. See if Coudersport can get something going here, end on a high note, take some positive momentum into the second half. So it looks like number 20, Alex Avalette, is in. Widmeyer with a drive, and that's going to be an and one opportunity. Good drive by Jaden Widmeyer, makes the basket, fouled by, I believe, Alex Smith. So he's going to get a three-point opportunity here. That's the second team foul of the quarter by the Gators. That's Alex Smith's second. So the Gators have to be very careful with fouls, only 6 players. Right on cue, Julian Capel looks like he's coming in for Alex Smith, I would assume. Gators flip the ball up to Luck, back to Derek Smith. Passes it over to Liam Hauver. Thought about it, over to Shot in the corner. That's a nice three-point shot by Alex Shot. Gators have had 3 different guys make three-point baskets tonight. Stolen by the Gators. Alex Shot looking to push. That's going to be a charge. So good job by Coudersport to initiate the charge there. And as expected, Julian Capel comes in, going to give Alex Smith a break. Alex goes out with 2 fouls. So 39-8 here. Port Allegany in the lead. Coudersport looking to get a good shot here with 5 seconds left. Freeman with the ball, thinking 3. Passes it over to Avalette. Back to Wonderly with a long 3. Almost banks it in. Nice shot there by Wonderly. So good first half by the Gators. 39-8 over the visiting Coudersport Falcons. They're going to take a 10-minute break, and I think they need it with only 6 players. We thank you for tuning into the Gator Network. My name is Kerry Hauver. I'm joined by Dan Funk, who is our technical director for the night. Jeremy Morey is running the mid-court camera. Jeremy is going to be doing the play-by-play for the varsity game, and that's going to be an exciting game. As I mentioned earlier, Gators won the earlier contest up in Coudersport by 3 points. But Coudersport's top scorer was not playing that day, so that's going to definitely change things for tonight. So look forward to that matchup. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back in about 9 minutes. All right, we are live here from Port Allegany. This is Kerry Hauver. I'll be calling tonight's JV contest between the Port Allegany Gators and the Coudersport Falcons. We are at the half here, getting ready to start the third quarter. Gators are in the lead 39-8. Everything seemed to go right for the Gators. We got some unofficial scoring here. Derek Smith, 13 points. Liam Hauver with 10. Alex Schott with 9. Julian Capel with 5. And Alex Smith with 2. Three guys had three-pointers for the Gators: Derek Smith, Liam Hauver, and Alex Schott. Really good team basketball from a Gator perspective. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Gators only have 6 players tonight. Coach Garzel's done a pretty good job of rotating those guys in and out to try to keep them fresh. But we'll see if that plays a factor in the second half here today. So Coudersport's going to have the ball. They inbound it to Wonderly. Wonderly passes it over to Bryce Mans. Looks inside to Widmeyer. That goes off his hands, but he's able to recover. Looking to drive the lane. Passes it back. Good ball movement by the Falcons. And Coleman Freeman with a nice three. I mentioned earlier that watching him in junior high last year, he's a really good player. Know that he can shoot the three, so the Gators have to be aware of that. So Capel's shot was no good. He's going to get another opportunity here from 3. Looked good, but goes off the mark. Tracked down by Derek Smith. Derek looks to drive and loses it, but the Gators track it down. Alex Schott has it. Over to Derek Smith in the corner. Looks like Hauver's going to get an over-the-back call. Nice rebound by Bryce Mans there for Coudersport. So it's 39-11. 6:02 left to play. We'll see if the Gators can stay out of foul trouble. So the Falcons push the ball up the floor. They look to get it inside to Freeman. Tracked down by Colton Long off the glass, no good. Derek Smith looks to push up the floor. Smith is thinking about pulling up there. Passes it back to Capel. Over to Schott. Schott with a skip pass over to Hauver. Back to Capel. Hauver with another 3. That's off the mark. Tracked down by Derek Smith. I think that's the third three-point attempt by the Gators where they've been able to get the offensive rebound. So that's a big factor when you're able to take those long shots and get a second chance opportunity. So Schott skips it over to Hauver. Hauver inside to Smith. And he picks up the foul, or draws the foul. So 1 foul apiece for the Falcons and the Gators. That foul goes on Freeman. Capel inbounds to Derek Smith. Off the glass and good. So Freeman pushes the ball up the floor here. Over to Wonderly. Wonderly back to Freeman, defended by Alex Schott. Freeman thinking about it, drives the lane. Over to Colton Long. Back to Freeman for another 3. Off the mark, tracked down by Long. Off the glass and no good. Alex Smith with a nice rebound. Capel flips it up to Hauver. Oof. Maybe there was some contact there by the Falcons, but the referees thought otherwise. So Alex Schott gets the rebound there. He will bring it up. The Falcons remain in their 2-3 zone. Alex Smith back to Capel, who's thinking about it. To Schott, to Hauver. Back to Schott. Back to Hauver. Hauver looking inside to Smith. Over to Capel. Might see a skip pass here to Hauver. Inside to Smith. To Schott, to Hauver. Hauver thinking about getting it inside there to Derek Smith. Good defense by the Falcons here to keep the Gators pushing the ball around. Hauver's shot is no good. Derek Smith fights for it with Colton Long, and I think Derek Smith got the foul there. So 3:15 left to play here in the third quarter. As luck comes in, Julian Capel gets a break. We suspect we'll see that from the Gators at least to keep guys fresh. So the Falcons push the ball up the floor. Swinging around to Bryce Manns, to Wonderly. Wonderly over to Freeman. Freeman looks inside to Widmeyer, goes off the mark. Stolen by Liam Hauver, who pushes it up the floor. Over to Luck. Luck to Shot. Shot looks to drive. Over to Liam Hauver for another three. Rebounded by Alex Smith, and that is up and good. That's the fourth three-point shot that the Gators have been able to track down for the offensive rebound, so the Gators might as well keep shooting if they're going to be able to get the rebound. Freeman with another three. Tracked down by Widmeyer. He's blocked by Alex Smith. Derek Smith takes it. He's going the other way. And that's probably going to be a charge. So that's the second charge of the game. Good job by the Coudersport Falcons to initiate two charges. Sometimes you go a couple games and don't see any, so good job by Coach Ressner to teach the Falcons to just plant their feet, take one for the team. That's just good team basketball. So Freeman brings the ball up the floor. Over to Wonderly. Back to Freeman, defended by Luck. Jed Horn with a three-point shot, rebounded by Liam Hauver. Quickly stolen by Widmeyer. Colton Long shoots the three, and as Luck tracks down the rebound. So Derek Smith looks to push, flips it over to Liam Hauver. Thought about it. He's going to drive the lane. Off the glass, no good. And that's going to be a jump ball, so it's going to remain Gator ball. Just about a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Port Allegany leading 43-11 over the visiting Coudersport Falcons. Luck inbounds to, just flips it up to Derek Smith. Back to Shot. He's going to shoot the three. Just rims out. Tracked down by Derek Smith. He's going to shoot the three, and that is good. So 5 times that the Gators have rebounded a missed three-point shot attempt and got a second opportunity. Jed Horn looks to drive, passes it over to Wonderly, to Widmeyer, thinking about it, looking inside, over to Long. Good pump fake there by Long into Wonderly, off the glass, and good. Nice little floater there by Caleb Wonderly. As Luck brings it up, passes it over to Liam Hauver, drives the lane, looking for somebody to dish it to, over to Shot. Shot back to Luck, to Hauver, to Derek Smith in the corner. And a buzzer-beating three by Derek Smith. Nice shot by Smith. So Smith came into the second half with 13. That's 2 more threes for him, so he's got at least 19. I don't know if I missed any layups or not, but he's having a really good day. We'll turn it over to the cheerleaders. All right, we are back here in Port Allegany for the start of the fourth quarter. Port Allegany in the lead, 49-13 over the visiting Coudersport Falcons. Good team effort by the Gators. Spreading the ball around. Three-point shots are falling for the most part. The ones that are missing are being rebounded by the Gators. They've had 5 second-chance opportunities there. Good defense early with some pressure. They've taken the pressure off a little bit. So Wonderly will bring it up here for the Falcons, defended by Shot. Stolen by Luck. Luck's going the other way. Passes it over to Shot, to Capel. Capel thinking three. That's off the mark, and that's the 6th opportunity that the Gators have rebounded. Smith off the glass, good. So 51-13, Port Allegany in the lead. Looks like Long has a open look there for the basket. No good, rebounded by Widmeyer, and he's fouled by Alex Smith. That's going to be the 3rd on Smith. So the Gators have to stay out of foul trouble here. Only 6 players total. So Widmeyer's first shot is no good. Liam Hauver comes in, gives Derek Smith a break. So Jaden Widmeyer with another shot here. Off the glass, banks it in. So Capel's going to bring it up for the Gators. Defended by Jed Horn. Looks like the Falcons are back to a man-to-man set. As Luck drives the lane, little floater. And that is good. Nice little shot by As Luck. Almost called him Alex. There's a couple Alexes on the team here, so. Couple Alexes, couple Smiths. So that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Gator ball. Alex Smith is going to get a break. Derek Smith back in. So Luck inbounds to Cape. Capel looks like he's setting him up for a screen there by Smith. Hauver passes it into Capel. Good pass by Hauver and way to finish for Julian Capel. Freeman brings it up for the Falcons. Skips it over to Horn. Horn looking inside to Widmeyer. Stolen by Derek Smith. Derek Smith going the other way. Off the glass, no good. Not sure what happened there. Didn't have a great angle. Capel was after it, flips it back. So they're going to say that was tipped out of bounds by the Falcons. It's going to be Gator ball. Alex Smith is back in. Julian Capel's going to get a break. Just over 4:30 left to play here. Gators inbounds to Derek Smith. A little fadeaway. Off the backboard, Alex Smith with a rebound. And he is fouled. So Alex Smith is going to go to the line. Looks like Julian Capel's going to head into the locker room for the varsity game. So these are the 5 Gators we're going to see the rest of the way. Alex Smith's first free throw is no good. For Coudersport, Bryce Manns comes in. Coleman Freeman gets a break. Alex Smith's second shot is up and off the glass, no good. Looks like a jump ball situation there between Liam Hauver and Colton Long. So it's going to stay Port Allegany ball. So if you're a youth basketball player watching at home, we always encourage you to, be aggressive and, try to get your hands on the ball, and those jump ball situations work to your advantage. So the Gators pass the ball around. Derek Smith drives. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Coudersport, going the other way. Caleb Wonderly pushes the ball up, flips it over to Widmeyer, thinking 3. Just off the mark, and that's going to be Port Allegany ball. David Bartlett, our usual technical director, is down in Duke Center for the Otto Eldred Port Allegany Junior High game. And we got some intel that the Otto Eldred Terrors are, at least in the girls' game, are leading 15-2 after the first quarter. So this game, Gators are in the lead 55-14. 3 minutes left to go. We're going to stay with this stream. We're going to go right into the varsity game. Alex shot drives the lane, gets tripped up, and that's going to be Coudersport ball going the other way. Long with the rebound, off the glass and good. So Hauver brings it up the floor with Capel in the locker room for the varsity game. Hauver looks to drive. Passes back to Shot. Shot drives the lane. Loses it. Widmeyer comes up with it. Tries to pass it up to Horn. Alex Smith steals it. Gets it over to As Luck. And I think maybe there was I think the refs are just getting a subbing situation here. So for Coudersport, looks like number 20, Alex Avalette, comes in. Number 13, Bryce Manns. Number 22, David Ellis. Number 12, Jed Horn. And number 10, Coleman Freeman. For the Gators, we have Derek Smith, Alex Schott, Alex Smith, Liam Hauver, and Az Luck. Just under 2 minutes to go here. Freeman drives the lane, little floater. Off the glass, no good. Alex Smith with the rebound. Gators look to just close it out here. Az Luck with the ball. Over to Hauver, looking inside. Little give and go to Derek Smith. Derek Smith off the glass and good. So Freeman pushes it up to Horn, who's going to shoot the three. Off the rim, tracked down by Manns. Over to Ellis, who shoots it, and that is good. Nice little shot there by David Ellis. Gators will bring the ball up the floor. It's kind of slowing things down here as the game winds down. Alex Schott driving the lane. Over to Az Luck. Luck gets the screen by Derek Smith. And a little floater for Az Luck. I think that's his second basket of the game. Nice little shot. That's tipped around there, and Coudersport ends up with it. Freeman with the ball. Back to Avalette, to Horn. Horn with a three. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Alex Schott. 15 seconds left here. Shot to Hauver. I think they're just going to close it out here. So good effort for the Port Allegany Gators. Good effort for Coudersport as well. You know, a lot of pressure there at the beginning of the game, and the Gators were shooting the three pretty effectively, and the ones that they were missing were being tracked down for 5 or 6 second chance points. So yeah, that's a tough formula to overcome. So we're going to stay on this stream. I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy Morey. He's going to be doing the play-by-play for the game. And Dan Funk is going to stay as our technical director. We thank you for tuning into the Gator Network. We appreciate the Gator fans tuning in. We appreciate the Coudersport Falcons fans tuning in. If you're just a fan of basketball in general, we appreciate you being here. The Gator Network is proud to bring all the Gator action. Tomorrow night we have a wrestling match. Dr. Andrew Young will be on the call for that. And Wednesday we have a bocce match. Trying to think. Thursday we have a girls game, I believe. We have something going on every day of the week for the Gator Network. So we appreciate our volunteers stepping in. We could use some more volunteers. If you're sitting out there, you enjoy the stream, and you think maybe it'd be kind of cool to be a part of the team, you know, please reach out. We'd love to include you in any way. Certainly could use some camera people. That's one of the things we struggle with is, you know, we have more cameras than we have people. So if you're sitting back and thinking you'd like to help out a little bit, that could be something we could use you for. Dan Funk's talking in my ear. So you said, so Wednesday, I believe there's bocce at 4, and then you're saying there's a varsity game later. Okay. Okay, so there's a varsity boys game later that night. So we've got a ton of action. We're happy to bring it all to you. This is going to be a really good matchup here between Port Allegany and Coudersport. Like I said, this is Kerry Hauver. I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy Morey, and I'm going to jump behind the camera and keep things rolling. So thanks for tuning in.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Swamp in Port Allegany High School for tonight's North Tier League basketball matchup between the visiting Coudersport Falcons and your Port Allegany Gators. The Gators come in number 4 in the North Tier League. Coudersport comes in at 3rd at 8-4. The last 2 times these teams met up was December 13th in Coudersport, which was a Port Allegany win, 47-44. I'm Jeremy Morey. I'm joined here in the Crow's Nest with Carrie Hauver. Thanks for doing this with me, Carrie.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I did the JV game, as our viewers know. Thought maybe I was going to have to switch you there for the camera work, but Liam Hauver, who played in the JV game, happily
and shot lights out, by the way.
I don't know where he gets those shooting skills, but happy that he was able to run the camera for us so I could jump up here and join you.
Yeah. So, last game, Carrie, Port wins against Kane. We'll just pause here for the national anthem first.
Welcome to the day's competition. That your admissions event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by students in an educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Booing, taunting, or intimidating officials or opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable and will not be tolerated. A reminder that Port Allegany High School is a drug-free zone and that all drugs, alcohol, and tobacco are banned on school grounds. Now please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, as we wrapped up the national anthem, right before I tried to get some of your analysis on the last game, Carrie, against Kane. I think you got some stats there for us.
Yeah, Port Allegany got out to a big lead there in the first half, and I don't think they were ever really in danger, but, Kane did cut the lead, and the Gators were ultimately victorious. But in that game, Jared Funk had 16 points, Braylon Button had 13, Isaac Amel had 11, Jake Causer had 9, Austin Hamilton with 2, Henry Troop with 2, and Levi Wilfong with 2.
So the Gators certainly spread it out against Kane as we're getting the starting lineup here for the Falcons. You had a chance to talk to Coach Babcock before the game and offered some insights as what we should be looking for.
Yeah, Coach mentioned, last time that you mentioned that we played Coudersport in December, and Port Allegany won by 3. But they were without their top scorer, Riley Strike, and he's playing tonight. Coach said he's a difference maker. He can he can score 25, 30 points. So it's going to be an interesting contest.
Yeah, and he's number 30 for the Falcons. So for our viewers to watch, Riley Strike, number 30 there. We're getting the starting lineup here for the Gators. We'll be at tip-off here momentarily. Like I said previously, this is between the 3rd and 4th place teams here in the North Tier League. Both are trailing behind Otto Eldred and Cameron County.
Yeah, this is a big game for the Gators, especially. Well, I mean, for both teams. Mm-hmm. If the Gators win, they get back into 3rd place, and as they look forward towards the NTL championship bracket, that's a new tournament that they're doing this year. So once the regular season's concluded, then they do the NTL championship. They only take the top 4. If you get the 4th seed, the people that know the standings in the North Tier League know they're gonna get auto-eldered. So the Gators would like to get themselves into the 3rd spot, and it doesn't get too much easier having to play Cameron County, but I think the Gators match up a little bit better with Cameron County.
Right.
So that's their hope.
Right. When Cameron County played here, it was a pretty competitive first half. It just started to go, the Red Raiders' way in the second. So certainly a much more competitive team that matches up with the Gators. So we're going to have tip-off here. It'll be Jared Funk going against number 30, Riley Strike for the Falcons. And the tip, and Funk will win it. It's over to Causer. Causer back over to Button. Button will charge the lane, layup, and in!
Nice take by Braylon Button.
Taken down by Mason Rossner, number 4 for the Falcons. Guarded there by Austin Hamilton. They'll pass it over to number 21, Dylan Howard. And that ball was intended for strike, but knocked out of bounds.
So Hamilton with a start today. We're used to seeing him on the JV team, but his defensive prowess has gotten a promotion to the varsity squad. So good for him.
Yeah, great for Austin. Great to see those guys moving up. So over to Rossner. Rossner guarded there by Hamilton. Works inside, passed off to Riley. Strike off his leg, and a big scrum for it. And Jared Funk will recover it for the Gators and calls a quick timeout.
That's a pretty heads-up play there by Funk. Way to get on the ground, get it, and have the wherewithal to call a timeout.
Right, yeah, avoids that travel. Yeah, great hustle there by Jared Funk.
I think when I was 15, 16 years old, I would love to think that I would do that, but I'm not sure I would. Actually, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't. So it looks like we've got some intel here from David Bartlett, our usual technical director. He's down in Duke Center for the auto-eldered Port Allegany Junior High contest. The Port Allegany girls lost to Auto 23-8. Auto has a pretty skilled squad down there, so nothing to hang their heads about.
Yeah, that game was originally scheduled to be here, but got changed, obviously. So Amel into the lane, loses the ball. Over to Sherry. He kicks it back to Batson. Batson down the court for the Falcons. Net there by Amel. Crosses him over, back over to Sherry. Sherry looking, drives in, back out to Batson. Batson spin move, layup, no good. And there'll be a foul called on the floor.
Yeah, so on that first possession, Braylon Button took it right to the hoop. I think that's the Gators' strong suit against the Falcons is, inside. Coudersport just looks, fast, athletic. They're going to shoot some threes.
Batson's first shot in. That foul is on number 2, Isaac Amel. And Batson here on his second shot. And it's in. We have a tie game, 2-2. Funk's inbound to Hamilton. Dishes it right back over to Funk. Funk guarded there by Sherry. Works into the zone. Looking for help. Down low to Button. Button guarded there by Howard. His shot off the glass, in.
Yeah, just what I was talking about there. I think that's going to be the strength for the Gators.
So Rossner brings the ball down for the Falcons. Charges the lane. Layup and in. Oh.
Yeah, good job by Button to stand in there. That's a tough one.
Yeah, he took it too. Great move there by Button to take the charge. Jake Causer will be tying his shoe here. A little delay in the action.
So looks like Coudersport's going to apply a full court press here.
Funk to inbound, gets it into Hamilton. Hamilton will take off, gets across half court, all the way coast to coast, up and in. Great take there by Austin Hamilton. Makes it 6-4 Gators. Strike with the ball now for the Falcons. Over to Sherry. Back over to Rossner. Rossner all the way across court to Howard. Back down to Sherry. Looks into Howard. Guarded there by Button. His shot up. No good. Rebounded by Funk. And the Gators come this way. Funk bounce pass over to Hamilton. Back to Button. Braylon up. Shot. No. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Rossner. And the Falcons quickly to the other end of the floor. His three-point shot up. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Amel. And Funk will slow it down now for the Gators, calling the play. Sherry comes out to meet him. Oh, stripped away there by Batson, and he'll take it for the Falcons. Over to Sherry, thought about a three, works into the zone, all the way layup, in. A good look there by number 24, Kevin Sherry. So Amel brings it down for Port. Guarded there by Batson. Passed over here to Funk. Funk looking, guarded by Sherry. Back out to Amel. Back over to Funk. Funk looking for help. Bounce pass into Hamilton. Met there by 4 Falcons. Out to Button. From the line. Shot. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded there by number 4, Mike Mason Rossman.
Yeah, great hustle there.
Back to Batson. Thought about a three. Over to Rossner. Down low to Hamilton. Blocked away there by Button. And the Gators will turn it over there. Back to Funk. Great defensive play there by Braylon Button.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a game just in the first 3.5 minutes here.
Funk hands off to Hamilton. He works around. Dishes it off to Amel. Amel into the lane. Layup. In!
Nice little scoop shot there. Like that.
Yeah, the Gators working it inside very well so far tonight. 8-4, 4:13 left in the first. Over to Strike. Strike looking back out to Rossner, or Bateman. His shot up, no good. Rebounded by Rossner. Guarded by Hamilton. And a foul called.
So we haven't seen a shot attempt by Strike yet.
No.
So for Gator fans, that's something we want to keep up. Funk must be doing a good job keeping him at bay.
So Rossner inbounds to Batson. That foul was on Amel, or on Hamilton, sorry. Batson all the way into the lane, up and in for the layup. Funk working against Sherry. Gets crossed half court. Attempted pass over to Hamilton. Stolen there by Rossner. He'll take it down the lane. It'll be fouled by Austin Hamilton.
That's going to be Hamilton's second. Looks like Nick Wilfong's going to come in.
Yeah, a quick two there against Austin.
I think Wilfong missed a couple games due to illness, so good to see him back on the floor.
And we'll also get Drew Van Wy, number 3. He'll take the place of Kevin Sherry for the Falcons.
So the Falcons, like I mentioned, look very athletic. I think they just need to keep going to the hoop.
Van Wy now with the ball, guarded there by Causer. Out to Rossner. His three up and in. Nothing but net. And that'll give the Falcons a 1-point lead.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to go to the hoop when you can shoot a three like that.
So Amel with the ball. Over to Funk. Thought about a three. Crosses him over. Back out to Amel. Over to Nick Wilfong. Wilfong bounce pass into Button. Looking low for Causer. His shot up. In! Braylon Button continues to be hot.
Yeah, nice little jumper there from the elbow.
That makes it 10-9 Gators. 2:53 left in the first. Batson now running the offense for the Falcons. Back out to Rossner. Guarded there by Wilfong. Back over to Batson. Now over to Van Wy. Van Wy out to Strike. Thought about a shot. Goes baseline. Shot up. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Button. And Button will pass it back out to Jared Funk.
Yeah, good job by Jake Causer to step in there, initiate some contact. And
over to Wilfong. His shot. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded there by Strike. And he'll dish it out to Batson, who will take charge for the Falcon offense. Guarded there by Isaac Amel. Over to Rossner.
So they're really spreading things out here. All 5 guys out around the three-point line.
Rossner's three-point shot does not drop. Strike with the rebound and a putback. And that's Strike's first points of the game. Makes it 11-10 Falcons.
Yeah, good hustle play there by Strike to make something happen.
Wilfong over to Funk. Looks for Causer. Back over to Wilfong. Wilfong over to Amel. Amel dribbles around a little bit. Cross court. Blocked and taken away by Dylan Howard. He'll pitch it over to Riley Strike. Back over to Drew Van Wy. Van Wy comes down. Guarded there by Causer. Back over to Batson. He goes in the lane. Layup. In. Nick Wilfong now for the Gators. Over to Funk. Back to Wilfong. Over to Amel. Back over to Wilfong. Over to Funk. Funk, 3-point, up, in. Nothing but net. Jared Funk on a 3-point shot to tie the game at 13. A long pass down low to Dylan Howard. Guarded there by Braylon Button. His shot no good. Rebounded by Funk.
Yeah, I think that's not the Falcons' strong suit there inside. So I think they, either stick to the threes or drive them with their guards there.
Amel's drive stripped away by Strike. Batson now quickly the other way behind the back pass. Recovered by Rossner. Rossner out to Strike. He'll go in the lane. Layup no good. He gets his own rebound. Second shot in. And a great rebound off his own shot and put back.
Yeah, nice little hustle play. It's 2 for him.
We're down to half a minute left in the first. 15-13 Falcons. Over to Amel. Amel back over to Wilfong. Down here to Funk. Thought about a shot. Inside to Causer. Causer guarded there by Strike. And a travel will be called on number 24, Jake Causer for the Gators.
Yeah, the Gators would like to get Jake Causer going. He's had some double-digit games here recently. Smethport, he had a big game.
Yep, just trying to get everybody in here. Just a slow kind of going first quarter, it seemed, trying to feel each other out, I think.
Yep.
Over to Van Wy, back over to Rossner. Rossner guarded there by Nick Wilfong. Down low to Strike, his turnaround jumper in as the buzzer sounds. That makes it 17-13 after the first.
Yeah, I think Coudersport's got to be pleased with that first quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and what do you think Coach Babcock's telling the boys here?
Well, I think, certainly have to limit those drives to the hoop. I think that, the Gator defenders are stepping in, but not quite. I mean, with the exception of Braylon Button's charge call. They just have to step in there and get the Falcons to kick the ball out. Mm-hmm. But, on the flip side, they can shoot the three. So they're just a dangerous team. I mean, we're watching them flip the ball all over the place. Mm-hmm. Athletic, and this is going to be back and forth all night, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then if the first quarter is any indication. Riley Strike starting to come alive a little bit here. Beautiful turnaround jumper there at the buzzer.
6 points unofficially. I think that's what we've got. He had the 2 baskets right around the basket, and then had that little floater there to close out the quarter.
So hopefully the Gators can start getting something turned around here and score some points and figure out this Cowdy offense.
Yeah, Braylon Button started the game there with 2 quick buckets. He had a third one here from the elbow, so I think they have to, keep going back to him.
Yeah, and like you said, get Jake Causer and Jared Funk, into this also, and things could really turn around for the Gators. So we start the second quarter. Batson with the ball. Back out to Strike. His 3-point shot up, off, nothing, the bottom of the rim. Kevin Sherry with a great rebound, throws it off at Jake Causer to keep it Coudersport ball. So Micah Batson will be inbounding it. Gets it into Rossner. Rossner looking for help. No look. Back over to Batson. His shot doesn't touch anything. Funk on the rebound, but a foul on the floor. That looks like it's going to be on Riley Strike and over the back.
Yeah, so
push.
Back to Kevin Sherry there. Coudersport Falcons fans know how athletic he is. I participated in the turkey trot this year. I walked it with my wife, but I watched Kevin run it twice. The kid was just incredible. So he's very athletic.
Yeah,
kid.
Great cross-country runner for the Falcons. Nick Wilfong will go backcourt and turn the ball over for the Gators. Yeah, I think his dad, John, might be the cross-country coach in Coudersport.
Yeah, John used to coach junior high basketball for a number of years. And I think he's relinquished that to Scott Easton the last couple years.
Well, you see Mr. Easton over there on the Falcon sideline now. Batson will work it up down low, stripped away there by Braylon Button. And he'll get it over to Nick Wilfong. Wilfong over to Funk. Funk. High pass over to Wilfong, dangerous. Down to Amel, he thought about a shot. Back out to Wilfong. Wilfong, bounce pass over to Funk. Funk down to Brutton, he couldn't handle it. Tossed a Strike, all alone, layup, in. Great look, great finish there by Strike. So So the Gators come back down. Funk with the ball. Bounce pass to Button. Long pass across court to Wilfong. Down to Causer. Causer over to Button again. His shot off the glass. Nothing. Rebounded by Amel. His shot up. Off the rim. No good. Howard on the rebound for the Falcons. He gets it back out to Rossner. And the Falcons are going the other way.
A good opportunity for the Gators. Just couldn't finish there.
Yep. Yeah, 2 good looks there. Rossner right down the lane. Layup and in.
Yeah, the Gators help defense. They have to step in quicker to help out the guy.
Yeah, they're just running right down the lane right now. So Amel with the ball, met there by 3 Falcons. Over to Funk, his shot up, in! Another 3-pointer for Jared Funk. Brings the Gators back within 5. Shot up there by Rossner. His shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Nick Wilfong. And he'll be met there by Riley Strike. Gets across half court. Over to Amel, cross court, back to Funk. Looks for Causer, dribbles around, back over to Amel. Amel shot up, in! Great 3-point shot there from Isaac Amel.
Yeah, that's the way to cut the lead there. 2 quick threes.
And now the Gators are back within 2. Rossner drives the lane, picks it up over to Strike. Strike, layup, no good, rebounded by Amel.
That was much better help defense there by the Gators.
Yeah. Amel over to Funk. He gets across half court. Long pass to the corner to Wilfong. His shot up. In!
3 in a row.
3 in a row, and the Gators have the lead 22-21 with 5:09 left in the half. Rossner over to Batson. Batson dribbling around, looking for something to set up. Out to Howard. He's behind the arc. Passes into Strike. Knocked away by Funk. Oh, and he's going to get a foul called on that.
Yeah, you watch the Coudersport offense. They have 5 guys out around the 3-point line. I mean, they do kind of cycle somebody through, but they're looking to shoot threes and, try to catch you off guard, take you to the hoop. And, the Gators did better on that last possession where they stepped in on help defense. But, yeah, Coudersport's athletic. This is going to be back and forth all night.
Inbound to Batson. Over to Strike. Back over to Rossner. Long 3 off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Levi Wilfong. And they'll get it over to Nick Wilfong. Long pass up to Jared Funk. Looks for Wilfong. Back over to Nick. Over to Amel. Sherry jumping all over the place. Bounce pass low to Wilfong. Doesn't go. Picked up by Button. Gets it back out to Nick Wilfong. Over to Funk. 3-point shot up. In! 4 in a row for the Gators. Gives them a 4-point lead here. Boy, the Gators are hot right now shooting the ball.
Yes, they are.
The Rossner over to Batson. Long pass over to Howard. Guarded there by Button. Long cross-court pass to Sherry. Back to Batson. You're right, they're hanging out behind the arc. Not a lot of movement inside. Over to Sherry. Sherry to Howard. Still slinging it. Back over to Strike. Thought about it. Works into the shot up. In. Great jumper there. Coudersport will take a full timeout. 3:48 left.
Yeah, I think that's 10 points now for Strike. I was thinking the Falcon lead was, I believe, 19-13. Mm-hmm. Gators, with those 4 threes made it 25-21. As it stands right now, 25-23. So, just, man, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, that was a very exciting, quick, every time down, boom, 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 4 shots. But like you said, Coudersport not really working into the zone, keeping the ball out behind the arc, looking for like a perfect shot.
Yep.
But Strike works into the zone a little bit, just a little floater and makes it. So, would you keep an extra eye, or what would you do here with Strike? If anything.
I don't know. The Gators have stuck with man-to-man defense all year long. I think, a good zone defense run well can, potentially limit some of these 3-point shots, I think. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's just not the Gators' strong suit. So,
right.
So the Gators with a 2-point lead. I think very fortunate. I think, Coudersport is played better than Port Allegany, but with those four threes.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Kerry. Yeah, I think the Gators are fortunate with the hot hand there that they had. But Nick Wilfong will come down the court, guarded very tightly by Rossner. Over to Funk, thought about a shot, works in. Baseline shot, floater, Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Howard. He'll get back over to Sherry. Sherry back up to Rossner, and he'll take it across half court for Coudersport. You can see that rotation there for Cowdy. Back over to Batson.
Looks like they've switched up their offense a little bit here.
His shot up and in. Three-pointer for Micah Batson gives the Falcons a 1-point lead here with 3:06 left. Funk brings it down for the Gators. Thought about a shot. He will shoot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Riley Strike, and there will be a push called on number 11, Braylon Button.
Yeah, so Funk tries the three there. Why not?
Yeah.
He made one. He was one of the, the 4 in a row there that they had. So.
Right, yeah, if they're giving it to you, why not?
Yeah.
So Strike will inbound it to Batson. He'll run the offense for the Falcons. Over to Rossner, back to Batson. Guarded there by Causer, works into the lane, out to Sherry. His three-point shot up, off the backboard, no good. Dylan Howard on the rebound. His shot up and in. And now the Falcons back to a 3-point lead. Nick Wilfong commanding the offense here for the Gators. Quickly down the court. He'll be tripped up. And we're not sure if there's a foul called on the floor or no, there will not be a foul. It will remain Gator basketball. But I guess the refs are going to have some discussion on that. And they reversed it. It'll be Coudersport basketball. So Nick Wilfong gets tripped up. Ball goes out of bounds. Thought there was a foul. No foul.
Yeah, I was happy to be sitting here because I wasn't really sure what was going on. I think Coach Babcock thought maybe that Wilfong was tripped up and thought maybe a foul should be called. So they're going to confer here. Let me share a quick Scott Easton story here before I forget. We were talking about John Sherry coaching junior high basketball. Now Scott Easton is the junior high coach. So when I was coaching last year, helping out with junior high, helping Coach Babcock get introduced to Scott Easton, the coach of junior high, Coudersport Junior High, and there was another Scott Easton.
Yeah,
I'm pointing to this Scott Easton, and the coach of the junior high said, "Yes, I'm Scott Easton as well." So it gets a little confusing up there. Multiple Scott Eastons.
Right, and both in the basketball program.
That's right. Jeez.
Speaking of confusing, while we're still waiting for an explanation from the referees, when I played junior high basketball in my 7th grade year, there was 4 Jeremys on the team.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So talk about confusing. So Rossner brings it down for Coudersport. Over to Batson, back to Rossner. And he'll give it out to Sherry. Sherry inside to Batson. His shot no good. Funk on the rebound. He'll come quickly this way. He'll shoot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Sherry. And back out to Batson. Behind the back dribble there. Over to Rossner. 28-25. Under 2 to go in the half. The strike back over to Rossner. Rossner shot up. Barely touches the bottom of the net. Nothing. That'll be Port Allegany basketball. And we'll see Isaac Amo coming back in and Braylon Button going off.
So I'm writing that anecdote down to come back to it at halftime, the 4 Jeremys. I'm going to quiz you on that.
Okay.
Looks like Coudersport's going to apply some pressure here.
Inbound to Funk. Passed over to Amo. He goes to the hoop. No good. Foul called on the floor. That'll send Isaac Amo to the line for 2. That foul is going to be on number 21, Dylan Howard, for the Falcons. His first of the night. So Amo getting ready to make his first free throw. Shot up and in. Swish. 2-point basketball game. Amo's second shot is up and off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Strike. And he'll kick it out to Batson. Batson calling the play. Over to Van Wy. Van Wy into the lane. Tries a layup, no good. Foul will be called Looks like that's going to be on number 3, Jared Funk. No.
Yeah, I thought the guy in front of him got him with a body.
Yeah, it'll be on Wilfong, not Funk. So Drew Van Wy to the line to try to extend this Falcon lead. His first shot up and in. Makes it a 3-point Falcon lead. 1:34 left in the first half. Second shot up. Again in. Back out to a 4-point Falcon lead. Amel inbounds to Funk. Funk brings the ball across half court, guarded there by Batson. Out to Amel. Amel works it around. Back to Wilfong. His shot up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Strike. He bounces it off Levi Wilfong's feet, but picked up by Micah Batson. Batson over to Strike. Back out to Van Wy. He works in, back out to Batson. And Batson will settle it down for Coudersport, set up a new offense. Van Wy inside to Sherry, kicks it back out to Strike, back out to Drew Van Wy. Batson charges the lane, his shot up, no good, rebounded there by Levi Wilfong. Will hand it off to Isaac Amel. 45 seconds left to go in the half. So Amel calling the plays, guarded there by Strike, over to Funk. Funk still directing traffic. Kicks it over to Nick Wilfong. Nickel dribble, guarded there by Van Wy. Looking for help. Gets it out to Causer. Causer will work it around over to Amel. Looks low to Funk. Inside to Causer. Causer guarded there by Howard. He shoots. And a block will be called. I don't know, did they count the basket there, or did they?
Yeah, I think the Gators have to get Jake Causer going. You know, we've shown, Braylon Button's had some success inside. I think, Causer's had multiple games with double-digit points.
Yeah, you're right. I think, you get Causer, Button, Funk all going together, So another meeting here between the referees. Not quite sure what's going on. We have 11 seconds left, so I'm going to go over to the scorer's table. Coach Easton for the Falcons not happy. I think they're trying to figure out who the foul was actually on for Coudersport. We haven't seen anybody put up on the scoreboard yet.
We've offered our services. We can do the replay here if they want to come up in the crow's nest and watch it back. I don't know if that's allowed, but
we'll have to talk to Dave, our technical director, about getting a screen set up on the scorer's table where we could maybe link the replays and the stream. So
maybe someday.
Okay, so the foul ultimately called on number 21, Dylan Howard.
So I did not watch the replay, but I think he was the one in the neighborhood. I'll have to watch it back later and see if my memory serves me right. But
so regardless, Causer will be at the line. Looking to tie it. His first shot off the rim, no good. Funk on the rebound. His shot blocked. Rebounded by Strike. Over to Batson. 6 seconds to go. Falcons moving quickly. Gets it over to Strike. His shot long. Off the front of the rim, no good, and that'll be it. So at the end of the first half, the visiting Coudersport Falcons lead the Gators 30-28.
Yeah, I thought maybe Funk was fouled on that last play, but we have a great view up here.
We do. Yep.
Referees have a tough job, so.
Yeah, that it did, but hey, no call on the floor, no harm, no foul. Very entertaining half of basketball, though. Gators only down by 2, so nothing to panic about yet. But what'd you like from the Gators in the first half?
I like the inside game. I think they have to, stick with that more. Braylon Button got off to a hot start. I think they need to get Jake Causer going. Obviously, those 4 3-pointers in a row, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you can ride the hot hand like that all game, but hey, we've been surprised before. I think you and I did the Austin game where we were surprised. We're like, they can't keep shooting this good of a percentage, and then at the end of the game, they both had shot nearly 50% from behind 3 points. So kids can shoot these days. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and Coudersport looking great, and I agree. I think that the score, is only 2 points, but Coudersport definitely looked very good in the first half. So we'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make. If the second half is anything like the first, people will be glued to their television sets, hopefully. I think Carrie and I are going to take a little break and rest our voices, grab a drink, and we'll be back here before the start of the second half.
And I'll quiz you on the 4 Jeremys from
Okay, you want to do that now or when we come back?
We'll do it when we come back.
All right.
Cliffhanger.
Okay. Okay, we're back here for the start of the second half. Before we get into trivia night here with Carrie, I'd like to thank Corey Thomas, who let us know that we were talking about, offering some replay services to the refs there, as there was some confusion. Jokingly, yes. But no replay allowed in high school basketball. So I would like to thank Mr. Thomas for giving us that tidbit of information.
So as we went to the break,
Yeah.
Jeremy dropped a story from his junior high career and said that there were 4 Jeremys.
Yep.
So I wanted to quiz him, see who the 4 Jeremys were.
Well, there was Jeremy Neese,
Okay.
Jeremy Tanner, Jeremy Tucker, and myself.
And there was one guy, Guy Moses,
Guy Moses. 4 Jeremys and a Guy.
the famous lefty,
Yeah, yep. He was a lefty.
who's now,
A high school principal.
yeah,
Yeah, down in Benton Elementary School down in near Bloomsburg.
wow.
So,
The kids we raise around here, and we just distribute them around the state and in the country, and they're out there bringing up the next generation.
Yep.
So
yeah. So, we have some stats here for you from the first half.
yeah, our unofficial stats here for the Port Allegany Gators, at least from the scoring side of things: Jared Funk 9 points, Isaac Amel 6 points, Braylon Button 6 points, Nick Wilfong with a 3. Jake Causer with 2 points, and Austin Hamilton with 2. Unofficially, at least, just in my head, I was kind of keeping track of strikes points there, and I think he has 10.
Okay.
So 10 of the 30, that's, that's good, but, the rest of the team scored 20, so they're doing a good job of spreading the ball around.
Right, yeah, and strike was quiet there for about the first 2-3 minutes of the game, too, so we'll see if any adjustments were made by Coach Babcock here for the Gators in the second half.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting next, 45 minutes or so.
Yeah. So we'll see for the Gators here starting in the second half. Braylon Button, Jake Causer, Jared Funk, Isaac Amel, and Austin Hamilton. And for the Falcons, Kevin Sherry, Dylan Howard, Micah Batson, Riley Strike, and Mason Rossner. So Gators ball to start the second half. We got Hamilton inbounding to Funk. And he'll get it in there to Funk. And he'll toss it back to Amel. Amel brings it across half court, guarded there by Sherry. Causer on the pick. Amel looks to dish it to Funk. His shot off the rim, no good. And tipped out of bounds there by Austin Hamilton. It'll be Coudersport ball. And Hamilton also gets called for a foul, a push.
Oh, really? Jeez. I was going to comment that he had 2 fouls, and he's going to have to be careful.
Yeah, now with 3. Kind of caught me off guard there. I didn't really see it, but a push nonetheless. Riley Strike will pass it back over to Howard. Howard guarded there by Button. Back over to Batson. His 3 up and off the rim, no good. Rossner on the rebound. His shot, no good. Rebounded by Isaac Amel. And Amel will pass it up to Austin Hamilton. Back over to Amel. Thought about a shot. Works inside. Stripped away there by Rossner. Back out to Button. Button works inside. His shot up. In!
Nice. I think that's what the Gators have to do is get Button going, get Causer going.
Yeah, Button's been great in the lane here tonight. Oh, attempted pass down low to, well, and the Gators will give it right back. A great takeaway and thinking fast pace, but sometimes it's best to slow it down. So we have Batson now over to Sherry. Sherry back out to Strike. His shot up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Amel. Amel will kick it out to Funk, who brings it across half court. He's setting up the offense over to Hamilton. Austin Hamilton, and a timeout on the floor by Coach Babcock. So 6:26 left. Tie game at 30.
Yeah, so, one of the things that I always do, Doug and I would joke around when we did football games is the way too early look ahead to next year.
Mm-hmm.
This game hasn't even finished up, and I always just inevitably look forward to next year. But for Coudersport, they've got a very senior-laden team. Looks like Riley Strike, Kevin Sherry, Logan Tingley, and Micah Batson. So, a lot of those, athletic, good three-point shooters out there for Coudersport. Gator fans are happy to see them graduate, move on with their lives, and, the next generation will come up. So, the Gators still have a pretty young team.
Right.
Braylon Button's out there. He's a senior. But there's, 2 sophomores and 2 juniors out there as well. So this will be an interesting matchup next year.
Right. Yeah, and if the JV game is any indication, it could spell success in future years for the Gators. But everybody grows and gets better. Funk up, and it's stripped away. A foul will be called. And that's going to be on number 30, Riley Strike, sending Funk to the line for 2. So Funk sets up, his first shot up and in. That was Riley Strike's second foul on the night.
Yeah, I think if you're the Gators, ideally, if you can go right at Strike and try to get him in foul trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Funk's second shot in, giving the Gators a 32-30 lead. So Rossner works it down, kicks it over to Batson. Batson to Howard. His shot up, off the rim, no good, rebounded by Amel. He'll hand it off to Funk, and the Gators move quickly. Funk thought about a shot, gives it over to Amel, guarded there by Sherry. Sherry back over to Causer. Causer down low to Funk, his shot up off the backboard, in. Great start here for Port Allegany, but the Falcons come quick.
Saw Funk fighting inside, got the inside position, nice little lob pass.
So Rossner tries to pass off the back of Funk's leg, gets it out to Howard. He tries working in, guarded there by Button, his shot up and in. Great move there by Dylan Howard.
Yeah, nice take.
So Funk brings it down for the Gators, gets across half court, guarded there by Batson. He goes to the hoop, high off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Hamilton. Inside to Braylon Button. He'll shoot up, off the rim, no good. Strike on the rebound, kicks it out to Batson.
Yeah, Strike did a good job just putting his hands up, and I thought maybe Button would lean into him a little more, try to draw the contact.
So Strike charges the lane, picks up a travel. He misses the shot also.
Yeah, for the Gators, I'd kind of like to see a player come up and set a screen here and kind of free up this point guard from being pestered down the court so much.
Hamilton finally gets across and kicks it forward to Amel. Amel bounce pass inside to Funk. He goes baseline, reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Howard. And he gets it back out to Batson. Coudersport coming quickly now. Over to Sherry, back over to Batson. Batson kind of backing off. Looks low to Howard, wide open three. He takes it off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Funk. Coudersport fans crying for a foul on Sherry. No foul will come. Funk kicks it ahead to Amel. He drives in. Over to Causer on the baseline. Guarded there by Sherry. Back out to Button. We'll give it out to Austin Hamilton. He'll toss it over to Jared Funk to set things back up for the Gators. Pass it over to Isaac Amel. Amel works it around, looking low. Nobody there. Back over to Button. Button guarded tightly by Howard. He'll run the lane, layup, and in. Braylon Button looking good.
Yeah, nice take there. Athletic play for a post player.
Mm-hmm. So the Gators now with a 4-point lead. Sherry with the ball. Oh, picked off by Hamilton. Great move, great dribble work. He's going to go coast to coast. Layup, in.
Excellent play there. That was a great play by Austin Hamilton.
And Coudersport will take a timeout, down by 6 here with 3:26 to go in the third. Yeah, that was a great move. The way he was able to keep the ball, dribble it around, and just go. And there's a reason why he's probably starting varsity now.
Yeah, great defense like that provides a spark. We saw in the JV game how many, especially early on, how many steals they got that went for easy layups the other way. It was just a great hustle play by Austin Hamilton. That extends the lead to 6. Coudersport had the lead, right?
Yeah.
Two at the half.
Yeah,
so.
30 to 28. So
8-point swing there.
Yep. Yeah, but as we saw in the first half, cannot count Cowdy out. They can score quickly.
Yes, they can.
So Drew Van Wy now in for the Falcons. He'll inbound it. Up to Batson. Brings it across half court. Met there by Amel. Over to Van Wy. Guarded by Causer. Dishes back over to Rosner. Rosner thought about working inside. Now Will. Down low to strike. Layup. Off the glass. Blocked by Funk. And a jump ball will be called. And it'll stay Coudersport basketball. Riley strike on that. And we'll see Nick Wilfong now come in for the Gators. And he'll send Isaac Amel off. So Rosner inbounding here for Coudersport. Gets it into Batson almost all the way back to the logo. Back out to Rosner. Rosner guarded tightly by Hamilton. Crosses him over, works into the lane. He'll go. No foul called on that. And Hamilton will rebound it for Port Allegany. And now.
I thought for sure we'd see Braylon Button get a second charge call there.
So they will call a foul, and that'll be on Rosner. Was not the charge that we were thinking. But Nick Wilfong now for the Gators. Gives it off to Funk. Funk behind the shot. Behind the line shot. Off the back of the rim. No good. Strike will let it go out of bounds. Great hustle. I thought Strike was going to try to grab it, but heads up play just to let it go.
That was smart.
Van Wy gets it into Rosner. 2:31 left in the third. Pass almost taken away by Wilfong. Rosner shot up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded there by Howard. He's on the floor. And a timeout will be called there by Coach Easton. Oh. And a little extracurriculars there from Dylan Howard. So a timeout regardless with 2:21 left. Getting chippy, as you would expect from these two teams.
Yeah, Port Allegany and Coudersport, they, love to compete in sports. A lot of people, work together and know each other.
Yep.
And, some people from here move there and some people from there move here. And, everyone, we all know each other here.
Yeah.
It's just, that's the fun of sports around here in these small towns is, know a lot of people from each town and makes it fun. And we hosted our youth basketball tournament this week, and saw some people from Otto Eldred I knew, and some people from Shingle House that I knew, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice when you can know them, and there's little grudge matches,
Yeah. Sometimes it gets a little chippy in a game like this.
Sure, it does.
It makes it fun.
So Coudersport will inbound it to Batson. He gets it over to Van Wy. Back over to Rosner. He goes baseline, floater up off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Button. Great rebound there by Braylon Button. He'll kick it off to Nick Wilfong. Will bring it down, guarded closely by Rosner. Working it around over to Hamilton. Hamilton down to Button, looks for Funk. Not there. Wilfong over to Causer. Thought about a three. Works into the lane. Layup. No good. Rebounded by Hamilton. Over strike. Down low to Funk. Funk's layup and in. An 8-point Gator lead now.
Yeah, a little wild sequence there. Not quite how they drew it up, but it worked out in the Gators' favor.
So Van Wy now with the ball. Back over to Batson. Slings it over to Dylan Howard. All the way across court to Riley Strike. He's going to go in. Tries a layup. Blocked by Funk. Nick Wilfong on the rebound.
So we'll see if the Gators can close out the quarter here. 8-point lead. Hope to be in a good spot here.
Yeah, coming up on a minute to play here in the third. Wilfong will get it over to Causer. Causer guarded there by Howard. Gets it into Button. Too hot to handle, but Hamilton right behind him. And things will settle back down. Gives it out to Nick Wilfong. Wilfong loses it a little bit. And it'll be a timeout on the floor for Port Allegany. Smart heads up call there.
So we'll turn it over to the cheerleaders, take a little break.
Yeah.
And, man, this has been fun.
It's great. Okay, I'd like to, I don't know if I can find the sheet here. I'd like to give a shout out to the cheerleaders that we just saw. Lily Babcock, Ashlyn Baker, Alexis Bennett, Jersey Gamut, Savannah Hart, Lillian Reed, Elena Reinhart, Mila Senna, Chloe Stilson, Hannah Wirtz, and Jade Wirtz, coached by Terry Austin and Alexis Reed.
So 49 seconds left here, Jeremy.
Yeah, Gators with the ball, like you said. Hopefully we can extend this to go into the fourth, but can't Cowdy out. A lot of good looks. So Funk inbounds to Wilfong. Guarded there by Van Wy. Bounce pass over to Hamilton. Hamilton back out to Wilfong. Slings it over to Funk. Thought about a shot. He will shoot. Up and no good. Rebounded by Batson. Batson comes quickly here for Coudersport. Forces it down. Loses the handle on it. Gets it over to Howard. Howard all the way across to Batson. Thought about going to strike. And he'll work it back out towards the logo. Now he'll come into the lane. Out to Howard. Thought about a shot. Works in. And it'll be stripped away by Hamilton. He gets his own rebound. Passes back out to Rossner.
Good help there by Austin Hamilton.
Yeah, great defense. Now Rossner. Underneath to Howard. Blocked away by Funk and a foul on the floor. With 4 seconds left to go, that sends Dylan Howard to the line.
Good ball movement there by Coudersport.
Yeah, great look there by Funk. Just might have got a little bit of hand. Howard's first shot up and in, nothing but net. That'll be only the third point for the Falcons in this quarter. Howard's second shot does not go. Rebound by Causer. He'll kick it out to Funk. They'll go quickly. Long shot off the backboard. No good. Good thought there by Jared Funk. So the Gators put up 12, and the Falcons put up 3 in that quarter.
Yeah, I think the Gators have to be pleased with how that quarter went. There's a lot of game here left.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm just a fan and I don't have to be a coach down there drawing up the X's and O's because these are two talented teams, and it's like a chess match trying to figure out what the other coach is thinking, and there's a lot of basketball left here to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we've seen the quick scoring, as we've already mentioned, from Coudersport, so certainly not out of it, only down 7 here. But these are the games you like to see, just a good, close, competitive basketball game. No team really out ahead of each other, the other one. Getting chippy, so the excitement's getting into it. These are great high school basketball games. Yeah,
and we're proud to stream these for the Gator Network. These are going to be archived for years to come. So, 10, 20 years from now, one of these kids will be, telling a coworker, hey, there's this game I played in. Oh, let me show it to you.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool that they'll have that ability.
Yeah. And I'd like to thank everybody for supporting our Gator Network streaming. I'd like you to click the subscribe button if you have not, if you enjoy the content. Always looking for volunteers to run cameras and announce, and any help would be appreciated. So we have Liam Hover running the center court cam for us tonight, and Dan Funk is the brains behind the operation, so we can bring you this. So we start the fourth quarter. Wilfong dishes it off to Hamilton, guarded there by Kevin Sherry. Back over to Nick. Bounce pass down to Jake Causer. Back out to Wilfong. Wilfong working it around, guarded tightly by Rossner. Back out to Hamilton, down low to Funk. Thought about a shot. Pulls it down. Looks cross court to Wilfong. Down to Hamilton.
Yeah, good ball movement by the Gators. I think they just have to be patient.
Yeah, a lot of cycling it. Over to Causer. We'll run all the way across court. And get it down to Wilfong in the corner. He'll go baseline. Out to Button, right in front. His shot up, in.
Nice.
Great look, great finish.
Yeah, to keep working the ball. You wait for the shot that you want.
And Riley Strike tries to go baseline, met by Jared Funk, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Port Allegany basketball.
Looks like Coach Easton's going to call the full court press here. We'll see if that makes a difference.
Wilfong gets it into Causer, over to Funk. They're already crossed down to Wilfong, and he'll go up, layup, off the rim, no good. Button on the rebound. Tries to shoot, but blocked there by Strike. He bats it back out for Wilfong to get. Gets it down to Jake Causer into Button at the free throw line. Back to Wilfong. His shot up, off the rim. Dylan Howard on the rebound for the Falcons. Kicks it up quickly to Batson. Batson guarded there by Funk. Gets it over to Strike. Back to Batson. Batson calming things down. Over to Howard. Howard slings it back to Strike. His shot up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Button. And a foul's on the play.
Yeah, I was watching Austin Hamilton on that play. Great box out. And, the Coudersport player was trying to get to the ball. And because of Hamilton boxing out like he did, that initiated created the foul. So if you're a youth basketball player, specifically one of my youth basketball players, I hope you're watching and, learn the benefits of boxing out.
Right. So that foul was on Mason Rossner, his third. Hamilton will kick it over to Wilfong. Wilfong guarded there by Rossner. Working it around the arc. Tosses it to Funk. Funk back on point. Setting the play up. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton dribbling. Guarded there by Kevin Sherry for Coudersport. Oh, great move. He lost it. Tried to dribble behind his back. Long toss from Howard to Strike, and he finishes. Great look from Howard to Strike. 7-point ball game now. Yeah, that's a travel on Nick Wilfong.
Yeah, I think the Gators got to not panic and just slow it down and keep working the ball like they have been. And wait for their shot.
Right. So Coudersport's ball. Rossner inbounds to Batson. Batson over to Strike. Guarded by Funk. Goes all the way across court to Batson. He works inside. Floater up. Off the rim, no good. Howard on the rebound, and he'll throw it out of bounds. Good thought there by Howard, just trying to do a back, pass behind the back. Nobody home, that goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a tough one. He made a good play, getting the rebound,
and threw it right under the bleachers.
I don't know if our cameraman Liam Hoover is getting that shot, but the ball is underneath the bleachers, and that just might be gone until tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I've ever seen that, but we'll have to dig out another ball.
Well, giving the guys a little reprieve here, and they finally get the ball out. Hats off to Jason Strike from Coudersport for getting under there and digging that ball out.
Yeah, Jason wants to see the conclusion of this game, so thank you, Mr. Strike, for.
Oh, bounce pass low to Causer, finishes in. That was a great look, great finish for the Gators.
Yeah, Hamilton's just providing that little spark, defensively, offensively.
Oh, blocked by Button on Howard, and Austin Hamilton on the rebound. Up to Hamilton, bounce pass to Causer. And he'll lose it off of a Coudersport player and stays Port basketball. 4:47 left here in the game, 44-35 Gators. And we'll see Drew Van Wy coming in for the Falcons, replacing Dylan Howard. So Wilfong inbounding here for the Gators, gets it into Button. His shot off the backboard, no good, foul called, sending Button to the line for two. See who that foul is on. That's on 24, Kevin Sherry. That's his first. Sending Button to the line. First shot in, bounces around a little bit, but does fall. That's a 10-point Gator lead now. So Button setting up here for his second free throw. Shot up. In. Great foul shooting there from Braylon Button.
Yeah, he's had a really good game, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, he just had a block the last time down here. So Batson working it inside, guarded by Wilfong. His shot up and in. Nice little floater. So Wilfong will dish it over to Funk, who takes it across half court. Long pass to Hamilton. Tosses it back to Wilfong. Bounces back to Hamilton. And he'll get it back out to Funk. Funk guarded by Batson.
I think the Gators just need to be selective.
Funk to the hole, in.
and take the layup if he got it.
Great look from Jared Funk, and here come the Falcons. Drew Van Wy, blocked by Braylon Button. Long pass to Hamilton. We'll get it back out to Funk. Funk thought about it. We'll get it back out to Hamilton now.
Yeah, Button was fighting inside. There was a strike, and they were trying to get into Button. And
there is a pass ahead to strike, and he'll miss. There's going to be a foul called on Austin Hamilton. That'll be Hamilton's 4th on the night. Yeah, it looked like Austin was bounce passing into the lane there for Button, and nobody home.
Yeah, Button and Strike were battling in there, and Austin, I think, thought Button was going to go one way, and he went the other way and just wasn't able to connect there.
So Riley Strike on for his first shot, and that goes. Making it still a 10-point Gator lead. Strike setting up his second shot. Nothing but net. So Causer inbounds to Funk. He'll pass back over to Causer. They're across half court. Down low to Wilfong. He shoots. No good off the rim. Rebounded by Hamilton. He goes back up and fouled. Let's see who that's on. That potentially, that's going to be on Micah Batson.
Yeah, the
Gators was in the area.
Gators are fortunate there because, I thought they could have been selective, slow it down a little bit, and took a quick shot. And fortunately for the Gators, Austin Hamilton rebounded it and got fouled.
First shot up and in, nothing but net. So back out here to a 10-point lead for Port Allegany. Hamilton's second shot up and in. But the Gators have looked great from the line tonight.
Yes, they have.
Oh, great play by by Nick Wilfong, but he steps on the line.
Yep, good play. And he was on the line, so good call there.
So now Rossner inbounds to Van Wy. He'll shoot, and it'll fall.
Yeah, nice little shooter's roll there.
Yeah, great shot from the top of the key, and Coudersport calls a timeout. And they'll take a full, so we'll see the cheerleaders back on. So about 3.5 here left, Carey. 9-point game in favor of the Gators. When do you see Coudersport doing any major changes here, or kind of business as usual?
Well, from the Gator, let me answer the Gator side of things first. I think they just need to be selective about their shots. They have the lead. They have to understand how to close out a game and just relax. Don't feel like they have to get a shot off. I think that's just basketball in general now. Back when you and I played decades ago, it was a little bit different. I think now with the advent of the three-point shot was around when we played.
We're not that old now.
But that's right, yeah. But it's a much bigger deal now. Everybody wants to shoot threes, and so many of them can. I just think it's such a fast-paced game that sometimes teams just feel like I have to get a shot off.
Yeah.
In without a shot clock, you don't have to. You can slow it down. From the Coudersport side of things, looking at who they're trotting out here now, they've got 5 just fast, shooting guys. I mean, they can all shoot. They play great defense. They're just pesky. They're just.
Not real big or anything, but pesky is a great word for him, I think. So Nick Wilfong now has the ball, kicks it over to Jared Funk.
Looking the double team there.
Back out to Hamilton. Hamilton thought about a shot, will not. He'll come back out, bounces off his foot, but gets his own
Needs some help.
Ball back. Down to Funk. It was tipped, but Funk will be able to rebound it. Out to Wilfong. He tried to get it into his brother, but it does not go, and Batson brings it down this way for Coudersport. 2:53 left. Van Wy with the ball for the Falcons. Guarded there by Levi Wilfong. Over to Rosner. Rosner working it around. Thought about a shot. No, we'll get it over to Van Wy. His shot doesn't touch anything. It was a pass basically to Strike. And he goes back up. And he'll be fouled there by Braylon Button.
Yeah, and I was talking there about the lineup
that
Coudersport had out there. And Port Allegany right now is a little bit of a bigger lineup out there. And, that defensively doesn't play into, like Braylon Button, for instance, has to chase Kevin Sherry around.
Yeah.
That's just not a good matchup for the Gators.
Right.
So, if you're Coudersport, you look to potentially exploit that matchup.
Absolutely.
I mean, Braylon's a great defender. I'm not taking anything away from him. It's just a tough matchup to.
Sure. So Strike hits both shots, makes it a 7-point game. Funk inbounds it to Hamilton. Hamilton met there by 2 Falcons. He'll pass it up to Funk. Down low to Levi Wilfong, but knocked away by Riley Strike. It'll remain Gator basketball. It was a good thought there, just hand in the way. So Nick Wilfong gets it into Jared Funk. Guarded by Batson. Funk goes baseline. Out to Hamilton. He'll shoot. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Button. Button goes back up with it, and no good. Strike on the rebound. Gets it out to Rosner. 2:08 left. 7-point lead for the Gators. A shot from Rosner does not go. Attempted rebound by Strike. He hits the floor pretty hard. And he gets up. Great attempt, great athleticism there by Riley Strike. Just couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, good hustle there. So Sherry comes off, Howard back on. I think that plays into the Gators' favor a little bit, but for the Falcons, probably need a change there just to give a guy a breather.
Right. So they get it into Hamilton. He bounce passes it right to Rosner. He lays it up, does not go. Strike on the rebound. Now they're just plowing over. Poor Austin Hamilton out there. Another shot does not go. Rebounded by Batson. 3 shots for the Falcon. He'll shoot a 3. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Strike. Funk's there. Button's there. Blocked. And they're just standing around.
A wild little sequence there.
Yeah. So Wilfong now with the ball. Over to Funk. Funk wide open. Thought about a shot.
Smartly didn't shoot it. I like that.
Yeah. So he gets back out front to Austin Hamilton.
Just run the clock here.
Back over to Funk.
No.
Oh, picked off again by Rosner. He'll come down the lane. And we fouled. That'll be the last foul to give for number 0, Austin Hamilton, and he'll foul out of the game.
Yeah, probably, not too bad of a foul there for Hamilton.
Right.
You don't want to give Rosner easy 2 points there.
Right. And it looks like Isaac Amel will be coming on for Austin Hamilton.
Yeah, the Gators just have to be comfortable with the ball in their hands. Don't panic.
Yeah. Yeah, none of these long cross-court passes like we just saw.
If something opens up, take it. If not, just keep swinging the ball around.
Rosner's first shot is in, making it now only a 6-point game. Rosner's second shot up and in.
And just like that, it's a 5-point game, so Gators have to take care of the ball here.
The
Can't
Funk
get trapped.
Gets it into Wilfong. That'll be stripped right away by Rosner. He kicks it forward to Strike. He'll lay it up and in. 3-point lead here for the Gators, and the press is on from the Falcons. And a timeout called by Coach Babcock, a full timeout. How quickly things can change, Kerry.
Yeah, I just think that the matchups there, that plays into Coudersport's favor. They're athletic, they're quick, they're defensively. Like I use that word pesky, and I mean that in the nicest way. I mean they're getting after it, creating turnovers, and the Gators have to take care of the ball here.
Right.
1:05 left to play, 3-point game, Gator ball. I mean, there's just a lot of action that's going to happen here in the next 5-10 minutes.
Right. Yeah, that sequence we had down here, it was a pretty wild one, but, it was four or five shots for the Falcons right in a row. Somebody's, they're in position, but, hey, Strike, he gets in there, he's long, he's lanky, but you'd like to see Port come down with a rebound there.
So Causer comes in. I think that's a good, good for the Gators. He's athletic, big. That's a good matchup for him. But the Gators just have to get it across half court.
Right. So Funk will get it into Amel. Amel will get it up to Wilfong. They're across half court now. And he'll travel. Got going a little too quick there, and Nick Wilfong will turn it over for the Gators. 59 seconds to go. And Cowdy will inbound it. Batson over to Rosner. Rosner over to Strike. Met there by Funk. Back to Batson. His three-point shot up. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded there by Funk. Funk will dribble it up himself. Splits the defense down low to Causer. Causer to Button. And stripped away. And there's a scrum on the floor.
You know, the Gators didn't have to shoot there. They just needed to work the clock.
Right. Yeah, look for a quick shot. Doesn't go. Be 36 seconds left. 50-47 Gators. Coach Easton just giving it to the refs. Coach Easton just giving the ref an earful over that. But full timeout awarded to Port Allegany.
Yeah, I mean, people think sports don't matter. I mean, this matters. You know,
Yeah.
these coaches, these players, they put a lot of time and effort into these games, and you know, it matters. So, you know, they're fighting for it. I'm just having flashbacks to playing Coudersport, you know, 20 plus years ago, and man, we had some battles back then.
Yeah.
And you wanted it in the worst way. You know, you wanted to beat your neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah, there's certainly a love-hate relationship between these two schools. So Wilfong will inbound it for Port. Maybe he'll get it in, and to Funk. And Funk will be fouled there by number 21, Dylan Howard, with 33 seconds to go. And as we have a little break, do we have an update from Dave on the junior high games?
Let me see here. At the half, Port Allegany was in the lead 15-12. Let me see if I can get an update here.
Okay. So Wilfong inbounds it, long pass into Amel, and he'll be fouled almost immediately. Let's see, that's going to be on number 30, Riley Strike for the Falcons.
Yeah, and the Gators have to make their shots here. At least one.
Right. So 2 shots coming here to Isaac Amel with a chance to get this out to a 5-point lead. His first shot up and in, nothing but net. So that gives the Gators a little bit of breathing room here.
I share a few stories of my old playing days, and this was not one of my strengths. This is not where I wanted to be standing.
Second shot up and in. Were you like Shaq?
I was like Shaq, yes.
The Strike gets it into Batson. Over to Rosner. Long three-point shot off the rim, nothing.
Good hustle
And
by
great,
Amel.
yes, and rebounded ultimately by Funk.
Just wait and get fouled.
And he will be fouled there.
Yeah, Funk's a good foul shooter, so that was good for him to just wait. He knows Coudersport wants to foul.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for the foul. You got 10 seconds to get across half court. That was good heads-up play there by Funk.
And the foul on number 30, Riley Strike. That is his 4th. And shot up by Funk and on in.
Yeah, this has been a fun game to be a part of. I hope hope the Gator fans have enjoyed it. I hope the Falcon fans have enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah, it's certainly been entertaining. Funk's second shot and in. It's now a 7-point lead with 18 seconds to go. Coudersport's Micah Rosner brings it down. Long shot, doesn't touch anything, airballed it out of bounds. And that with 12 seconds to go, that just might about do it. And Causer and Funk will switch positions here.
I would just get it into your best foul shooter, and even if they hold it.
Yeah, great pass from Amel up to Funk, and he will be fouled there by number 1, Micah Batson, with 8 seconds to go. Sending Funk back to the line again. That was Batson's second. Funk's first shot off the front of the rim does not go. Getting ready for his second shot now, Jared Funk. Shot up, and it will go. 55-47, long pass forward to Van Wy. His long three goes up, does touch the bottom of the rim. Rossner attempts, rebounded by Funk, and he'll just wait. And stripped away there at the end by Rossner. But that is the final. The Port Allegany Gators defeat the visiting Coudersport Falcons 55-47. So great game there, Carrie. Very entertaining. Got chippy both in the game from the players, from the fans, from the coaches.
It was a little bit of everything.
A little everything. But again, when these two teams match up, I guess that's what you can expect.
Yeah, that was a fun matchup. Coudersport's obviously a very talented team, and one that I don't think the Gators want to play 10 more times. They just, they don't quit. They gave it their all till the end.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They're a very talented basketball team. They just came up a little bit short today, but they were third in the NTL. Now probably slipping to fourth.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Babcock said. If the Gators could win tonight, that would put them back in third place. So very happy to bring this game to you tonight. Just looking ahead, we talked earlier about tomorrow's a wrestling match.
Yep.
Wednesday is a bocce match, plus I think a boys game.
Yeah, boys against Oswego Valley.
And then I think Thursday's a girls game.
I think they play Friday against Cameron.
Okay, you're right.
Thursday's another bocce match, I believe. But
okay. I just know there's a lot of events coming up here on the Gator Network, so thank you to Liam Hauver for running the camera for us, Dan Funk, the technical director, and to you, Jeremy Morey, the voice of the Gator Network.
I appreciate you asking me, and I tell everybody every time, this is a dream come true to do something like this. So I appreciate everybody, all the volunteers, and just the chance to do this. So we'll wrap it up. Final score, 55-47? Yes, 55.
I think I'm just trying to catch my breath. So.
Clock was off. I think it's 55-47 Gators. So, yes, tune in all week. We have matches all week, as Carrie said, and we'd like to thank